Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here from Careers on Vacation. I have the amazing Dena from the Call to Travel today. Dena, how are you this morning?
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
I'm so good. And we're here to talk about your amazing company, The Call to Travel, but also you had a calling to start your own travel business, right?
I did. I travel a lot with my husband, with my kids, various different reasons. And I thought, hey, number one, hey, if I do like this travel agent thing, I can maybe get a discount.
Right?
Yeah.
Some people just do it for the discounts. I'm all for that too, right?
That just sounds really good right there. And number two, I wanted to help other people. Customer service is really big to me. And I've traveled so much that I thought, hey, I could probably reach out and help other people and let them know about, this is the places I've gone. These are the different experiences I've had, different tours I've taken, different locations. And I just wanted to reach out to others and help them have those same life experiences that I've had.
Yeah, just share that passion for connecting people with travel, right?
Yes.
You are a recent graduate of our Careers on Vacation Mastermind program. So if you wouldn't mind, tell us a little bit about where your business was before taking the program and where you are now.
Well, when I first started, first of all, I was like, oh my goodness, can I do this? It's like, I've traveled, but I had never been a travel coordinator or anything like that before. And so I thought, okay, how do I learn this? So through that process, I started going on the internet, looking at, and I came across Cyndi. And I said, and I just watched video after video after video. And what I liked about it too was that it was the what's the word I want? It was all the bolts and nuts. It wasn't just, hey, you're going to go on to Sabre or whatever, and you're going to book. It's like, okay, but how do I get to that point? I kind of had that. So when I first started, I had nothing. I had no clients, nothing, no idea of a name, so with the program, it went through all those steps, so all of a sudden I said, oh gosh, what am I going to call my business? You start from there. And then as time went on, I started feeling more comfortable, and now I book some clients, so even, which is wonderful, so if you're thinking at first like, oh gosh, I can't do this. And then you're also afraid of, what if I mess up? This is a person's life savings, could be a person's, their trip of a lifetime or whatever it may be. But it gave me the confidence of going, no, you know what? I've traveled, I can do this. I've set it up. I like the customer service. I have, all this. And it gave me, like you had said a lot of times too, you can make a mistake. And so it gave me that like, okay, I think you even had written somewhere, you are going to make a mistake.
You're going to make mistakes. Like in every business owner everywhere, no matter what the business, you're going to make mistakes. Like decide now how you're going to deal with that journey, right?
Right. And I think it was in one of the printouts. I think you even wrote that, like, you are going to make a mistake. And it was like, I am going to make a mistake. So that doesn't mean I want to, but, it gave me a little bit more of that freedom to know, you know what, I can do this. I can do this. So so from nothing to now is a huge difference.
That's amazing. What would you say has been your biggest win or celebration since starting the program?
Well, probably the first booking, you know what I mean? Because I thought, oh my gosh, can I do it? Would anybody, and it wasn't a family member.
I love it. Yes. And that's so big too, because,
it is
a real lead and a real client.
Yes. It was like a real person. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is a real person and it was referral through referral type thing, so I really didn't know this person. Yes, it was a referral from somebody who knew me, but it was that. So that was a big, like, okay, I could do this. I felt confident. I felt a lot better, doing it. So that was a huge thing. And I would say the other thing is knowing that I could be an entrepreneur, because you can have that idea to say, I want my own business, and for the longest time I said, I want my own business. Not sure what it was, but I was like, I want my own business. But then when it comes to it, that is when you get frightened and go, can I have my own business? Can I do this? Can I be an entrepreneur? And taking it through everything and the steps made you feel like, I'm an entrepreneur, I can do this. So I think those two things, having my first booking and knowing I'm an entrepreneur, I can do this.
I love it. I love that so much. And booking travel before you even graduated, that's amazing.
Yes.
I love that so much. And giving yourself permission, because everyone has a dream, but then the little gremlins come in like, can I do that? Is it possible?
Oh, absolutely.
Am I capable? And it's so much easier when you have a roadmap laid out in front of you.
Oh, by far it is, because you can be sitting there in your head, and I've worked in business before and whatnot, and in your head you can be going, oh yeah, I need to do this, or oh yeah, I need to do this. But you put it in step by step by step, so that I didn't miss a step, so that I didn't have to go back 5 steps later, so that I knew what I was doing next per my calendar, my 12 weeks, and yes, there were some stumbles like, oh, I kind of missed that, got it, because you're trying to do everything at once. But it does. It puts you on that schedule, which is so, so very helpful, because it's one thing in my personality. I have I can get out there, I can talk to people, I can do this, but it's all those little steps that you need to take that puts you in the order. So then you feel so much better.
Yeah, and set it up the right way from the beginning. Yeah. So you don't have to come to me in 5 years and go, here's how I duct taped everything together, now help me fix it. That's so much harder. We do that too, right? We help those agents too. Yes. But you bring up a good point, and you actually came on right as we were shifting into the new enhanced program, where we have now hired experts in mindset, in branding, in different marketing techniques that you guys have access. But to talk about the mindset, to talk about the mindset for a second, how did the mindset work impact you either in your business or life that, in the program and just with anything?
That was really, really big. That truly was. Because you can have so many negative things going on in your head. Like you said, like you can be thinking different things, and all of a sudden you're like, I can't do this, or I can't, like, what was I thinking? Or, what was I going to do? But then when the one Kelly, I know we have 3. So, like,
yes. We have 3 Kellys, yes.
Talking about it and going through that in your head and being able to talk like the one-on-ones, because she would take each one of us. Like, okay, you'd have a question, she'd go, okay, your turn. Then she'd, go through it. That was tremendously helpful. Yeah. That was just because it pulls you back into, okay, get those gremlins out of your head. Get those, that naysayer out of your head that this is too hard, I can't do it, I won't ever, to like, okay, yes, that was really helpful. And I would say the other thing that helped tremendously was the branding, because that was huge. Like doing the branding and talking about those steps and what you need to do, what you need to be looking at. And then the other thing is the social media. I mean, all 3 of the pieces, because I am older, so, so I don't, so it's like, my kids are of that social media. Don't you know how to do this? Okay, no, I do not. So it's just like, going through it.
It's a whole new world, right?
Yeah. So all of a sudden I'm like, no, don't know how to do that. And that helps, looking about like how you're supposed to do your advertisements, how you're supposed to do this on Facebook, what you're supposed to do with that. That, for me, that was a huge, huge help, because I think my children get tired of me asking those questions. Wait a minute, how do I, they're like, Mom, and they're always telling me, just play with it. And I go, I can't play with it, just do it. And so I would say all 3 components were huge, but the mindset always pulled you back in, pulled you back into where you were supposed to be, in the direction you should be going.
Yep, I love that. And I figured out a long time ago, like I've been coaching since I've been in my 20s, really, is when I moved into training and mentoring. But I figured out a long time ago, if you can help people open up their mind to what they're capable of and get them on their purpose and on their path, anything is possible. So that's such an integrated part of our program, because it is thinking differently. It is giving yourself permission to live a bigger life. It is, can I do that? Getting past that, all that stuff. And I love that. And I love what you brought up about social media, because it is how to optimize on each platform. It's very strategic and it's hard. And it's not just, if you're a Facebook user, you can be an extremely awesome Facebook user and know nothing about the strategic method for getting qualified leads through Facebook. That's a whole nother ballgame. So our social media best practices guide you get in the program, which goes through each platform, and they're all different. They can't make it easy for you, right? But how to leverage it in our industry. So I'm glad you're having success with that.
That was huge.
I'm like, Mom, read the,
It's true. My kids are always like, Mom, just play with it. Okay, no, I'm past the just play with it. Okay, and so like that really, really helped. It, put me in a different, like, oh, like, you'd have the examples, when we'd have the weekly calls that, and to see it, because I'm kind of a visual person too. Like I'm a voracious reader, but what I'm reading is I'm like, okay, but how does that apply when I'm online and I'm looking at it? So it helped when we showed all those too, when you would, bring your screen up and we'd be looking at it and go, oh, okay, that's what you're supposed to do. And that would help tremendously.
And I love that you bring that up, because in our program, we really, in my corporate career, I won national awards for developing curriculum. But what's always important to me is knowing some people are visual learners, some of them are audio learners, and some people are tactile learners, which is why we do it all. We give it to you in print form. We get on the call from a tactile and say, here's how you do it. Watch me do it here. And from a visual perspective. So I'm glad. That's just reassurance that we're on the right track there. Yeah. So Dena, take me back to like at the very beginning. Was it hard for you to jump in and make an investment in yourself and go, oh, what was that process like for you?
Well, I will say, like when I first started thinking about, hey, I could be a travel, I could do some in the travel industry, I traveled a lot, going through all that. I probably spent days and days looking at videos, looking at things, asking myself some questions in my head, going back and forth. What do I want to do? And then once I talked to your staff on that first phone call, I got to tell you, I was really excited. Like, like at first I was like, I don't know, and I had that mindset, like, I don't know, can I do this? Should I do this? And then that very first phone call with your staff, I was like, oh my gosh, I did it. It's like, yes, I'm going to go forward with it. I'm going to do it. And then once I started feeling more comfortable with it, and yes, I can do this. The other thing I will say too, that really helps is talking to everybody on the phone calls or listening to everybody on the phone calls. Yeah. Because what you think you're the only person feeling, someone will ask that question, or someone will say, I don't know if I should be doing this, or, just whatever question, like, I'm trying to think of some questions off the top of my head, but, like when you're thinking, oh, I think we're all in the same boat. You're always thinking it's just you that's having these doubts, or thinking, oh my gosh, can I do this? Or is this good? But that was a nice thing about the community too. Yeah. Is that it's nice just to be in that community. Like when I was done, I was like, oh, it's like you kind of talk to them and everything, and to hear their questions, and like people would have questions I didn't even think of. I go, oh, I didn't even think of that. I think someone had brought up somebody having a fake credit card, or stuff like that. And when you go into it, you're thinking all the nice things, like, oh, I'm going to book.
Like, oh, I didn't think of that.
It's like, oh, but I'm booking his family on this trip, and da 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 da. And then I think the last one I saw, someone had promised them, a hotel had promised, and they didn't get it, and so went through those answers, so all that stuff. So by the time when I first started thinking I couldn't do it, towards the end, it was like, you have that support system, which is really nice, and then that makes you feel a lot more comfortable and think that you can do it, so then towards the end, it's like, oh, I can do this. I travel, I can help people. And so, yeah, from the beginning, it was like, I'm telling you, I spend days looking at your videos.
I love it. I love it. And that's the power of the mastermind. And we have a new agent track and we have an experienced agent track. But the beautiful thing is the Q&A calls are together. Yes. So sometimes we have a new person that comes on and they'll know a ton about one thing, and they're even sharing with the older generation or more tenured agents, and like, wow, I didn't know you could do that on Instagram, or I didn't know XYZ, and vice versa. You learn from the experienced agents, and everyone learns from each other, and the community comes with the deal. Like, you get to know the people that you're in class with. Absolutely. And also you get moved over into our grad group, and you're part of the cool kids club, right? Like the elite in the travel industry that are over there in that grad group, where you can ask questions and you can do all kinds of connecting and networking. And because all of our clients are handpicked, it's a very supportive environment, right? So that's amazing as well. So would you, if someone is out there sitting on the fence right now, what would you tell them about careers on vacation?
One thing I would say is, if you have, especially if you've never been a travel coordinator, if you've never done it before, you've just traveled, you're looking into it, the mastermind class, I think, is the place to go, because It gives you all those modules. It gives you the steps, the discussions that we just talked about that you have with community, gives you insight versus if you went on your own. Because I know I'm like that too. Sometimes like, well, why do I need somebody? You know, I worked in the business industry. I did marketing. You know, I even worked in the hotel industry, you know, so it's like, okay, you do all this, like, I should know how to do this, right? You know, as soon as, if someone can teach me how to book it, you know, then I should be able to do it. But once you're in it, you see how much more you need to get from others. It's entrepreneur does mean it's something you've started on your own and that it's your baby and your business. But even as an entrepreneur, you need help. You know, you do. You need those conversations. You need that, hey, what did you do when this happened? Or, hey, what did you do? You know, that's what's so nice too about the grad group, because you can still ask those questions. You still have that. You're still not quite by yourself. So, you know, it is an investment, but I think it's a wonderful investment to get you started, especially when you think about if you just start making those, you know, 5 bookings. And if you're really lucky and you get that big family group booking or something, you've paid for it. You know, so, yeah, it's paid for. You know, so I think at first you're thinking, oh my gosh, that's, you know, that's a lot of money. Do I put it out? You know, what do I do? But looking back, the wealth of information that you get. And like I said, when you just put it into the fact of, well, all I got to do is X amount of bookings and I have that paid back, then it's worth it. You know, like I said, it was a really good experience, a wealth of information. I would just say do it. Just, you know, just do it. It's very, very helpful.
I love it. And on the return on investment, those few bookings, yes, they pay for it, but now you know how to do it for the rest of your life.
Right.
You're not paying a franchise for the rest of your life. In some cases, you're not paying a host for the rest of your life. Right. You get your investment, and now you know how to do it. You move forward in life. I think when you switch industries, because we work with a lot of people that come from other industries, and they're awesome at what they do. They're awesome at sales, or awesome at service, or awesome at their smart IT ways. But when you switch industries, a smart entrepreneur knows it's the questions you don't know to ask. And that's what you were touching on by saying, you know, I didn't know, or I didn't think about, because I'm thinking, oh yeah, everyone wants to get into the travel industry. Sounds so amazing.
Yes.
It is a complicated, complex industry. 1, how to be an agent, but 2, how really what you're doing is you are setting up an online business. So you better know how to market online, right?
Right.
So, and that's where people go wrong. They get super excited. They jump in, and then they're like opening up their computer screen every morning and it's crickets instead of leads coming in. So yeah, so I'm glad that you leaned in. I'm glad that we were able to help you with your amazing business. I'm glad you're booking travel already. And I just want to say, guys, if you are in the shoes that Dena was in just over 12 weeks ago, you're thinking about getting into travel, or maybe you're already in travel and you're just struggling with lead flow and you don't know how to market, you don't know how to put a big travel business together. That's what we teach you at Careers on Vacation. You're going to get the support system. You're going to get the marketing. You're going to get the best practices. You're going to get to work with me every single week. And we would love to help you. So consider applying careersonvacation.com/ready. Now, if you are ready to lean in and get results faster in your travel business, that is exactly what we do for people every single day. So Dena, thank you again for sharing your amazing story. Everyone go check out Dena's cool company, and you're going over the grad group. So we're going to see you, tomorrow. It's never goodbye forever once you're in this cool Careers on Vacation grad group, right?
Right. Absolutely.
All right, lady, we'll talk soon. I'm your cheerleader for life.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out my other content to help you grow and scale your very own travel business. And also, I invite you to travel around the world with me and find out what I'm doing in my portable, profitable, award-winning travel business. Check out the videos.